It snowed last night. I think they were calling for 10 to 15 centimeters. I don't think it's as much as I thought we were gonna get, but kind of show you on the barbecue. Like, I definitely think that's maybe about 5, 6 centimeters. Everything's covered in white, and there's not much that we can do about it. So, anyways, I just wanted to update y'all. Okay, the boys are having their breakfast now. It's 8:09. I got these blueberry lemon muffins with lemon filling, just something different. They were very good. We had them for breakfast. Need to fill the Keurig. I need to get the dishes cleaned up. I'm gonna make this sheet pan for dinner tonight, but I'm gonna make it like kind of how it works for us. But I think this would be really great in the summertime with something on the barbecue. But I don't know, I just want to make it. I gotta get the dishwasher emptied. This is our new dishwasher. It's an LG from Costco, and I love it. It has the top rack, and oh my goodness, I can finally put dirty dishes in a dishwasher and they come out clean. I absolutely love it. It's just so much better than our Samsung one. So I'm gonna get this here all emptied. Did the initial wash of my muffin liners. So we'll get this all emptied, get the kitchen loaded up. We're starting Andrew's bedroom, so the sheets and everything are in there. And then we just kind of do like a deep clean. We vacuum, we dust, get all the laundry and everything put away. So then his room is done today, and Steve's out doing an initial shovel. So there's pizza left for Andrew tonight, so I want to try that egg sheet pan for lunch. So Steve and I will try that with egg sandwiches, the gnocchi chicken, and I think tomorrow night we're just going to keep it really simple with potatoes, pork chops, and green beans. I need to take care of the bananas, the zucchini, and the oatmeal muffins sometimes this weekend. Just all of the laundry, some like vacuuming extra, plan the week, start my editing for Veda, get the April calendar all filled out, and then Andrew and I are going to finish the organization of the puzzles and all of that, and just try and be productive, but also relax a little bit too and enjoy the weekend. I definitely want to watch more of that show. I really like it, so we'll see how that goes. All those months ago, seeing this made me so excited, and now it's just, is it ever going to end? Anyways, the boys went out, and it is time for a second cup of coffee, and then I'm going to make the sheet pan eggs for lunch. I'm going to try out this recipe. I don't want 12 servings. I'm going to make 6 servings, so try and cut everything in half, and it'll probably be one of the last mornings with my mug for March, but I am definitely taking care of these bananas this morning, and I'm going to start prepping for the sheet pan, and we're just going to do a little bit of chopping of the vegetables.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go.
A lot of the recipes that I found, they had certain vegetables like mushrooms, like ones that cooked very quickly. So this one said to use cooked vegetables. So you could even use like leftover roasted vegetables if you wanted, but I love to have peppers and onions. So I'm just going to saute them a little bit in the olive oil, and then I'm just putting in some bacon bits. I need to get a bigger bag from Costco. I just haven't been able to pick one up, so I'm using what I have. And as soon as the boys hear me chopping, they come running because they always think it's carrots, because usually that's what I'm doing. So no onions or peppers for them, so they got their cookies. So I cook the peppers and onions a little bit, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add in a little bit of mushroom and then a little bit of water just to kind of steam them up a little bit. And then I'm going to shred some cheese and get everything ready so we can go ahead and make the sheet pan eggs.
Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
This is how I make my quiche. I saute the vegetables. I use the ones that works for my family. So I cut the recipe in half. I'm using 6 eggs, 1/8 of a cup of milk, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of pepper in here because I know there's going to be a lot of flavor from the peppers and the onions and then the bacon. And then I'm using the Monterey Jack cheese with jalapenos, so it's going to have a little bit of kick. It said half a cup of cheese. I'm sure there's more of it in here. So I'm spraying my pan so it'll be easy to get out, and then it goes into the oven. It said 300 degrees for 15 minutes because you don't want them to be rubbery. Usually when I cook my quiche, it's at a higher temperature. So our son's going to have the leftover pizza, and then Steve and I are just going to have the bagels, and I have some grapes. This was after the 15 minutes, and I'm like, it's not even anywhere near being close to cooked. So I upped it to 375, baked it for the 15 minutes, and then it looks how it usually does whenever I have my quiche. So I would say turn it up and cook it. Like, it just, there's no way it was cooking at 300 degrees in 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna let it sit for a couple of minutes because it said that it would continue cooking. So I just took my spatula and made like 6 squares. That's really what I'm wanting to do, is to have them for the breakfast sandwiches. So then I just put them on here, and these were delicious. They were so good, so easy. And then my husband really liked them, and he said, can I have another one? I said, yeah, sure. So he had that. So my numbers are going to be off. So this way I'll be able to reheat them tomorrow morning and see how they are. So I want to share that with you. But this is really what I'm trying to do, is figure out things that I can prep ahead. So that way they'll work for our family. And I love whenever I can do it in serving sizes that work for us. So into the fridge they go until tomorrow. Lunch was delicious. Another round of snow cleanup, and I'm gonna get the kitchen cleaned up again, and then I'm gonna tackle these bananas, and we're gonna get the bed sheets on, switch the rest of the laundry and everything, and have a little bit of downtime, hopefully. I like Saturdays. I want them to be productive, but it's not like go, 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 do as much as you can. It's about doing the stuff and just slowing down, you know, enjoying time, enjoying a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just, you know, doing the best that you can every day and not feel like it has to be like 24/7 packed of, you know, get this done, get that done. It's going to be a productive day with some downtime, and that's really all about the balance in life. But anyways, back to filling up the dishwasher. It turned out to be a beautiful day. Like, we shoveled and then everything was clear. The roads were plowed, the sidewalks, everything was cleaned off, and it ended up being a beautiful afternoon. And I'm like, I need to tackle these bananas. So a little bit later, but better late than never. I'll put the recipe down below. So I was going to make banana muffins, but I'm going to make a bread. And I was finishing up the last like Greek yogurt that I had. So I'll put the recipe down below. I just added in some nuts to it. And I was thinking about doing like 1 loaf. But I find whenever I go to make banana bread, it takes forever because it doesn't always bake properly. So instead of doing 1 big loaf, I'm going to try making it with 2 smaller loaves. I just thought it would be easier than the muffins. I find sometimes the breads work better for our son, just because sometimes with bigger bites and choking and all of that, that's something I still have to think about a little bit. And I do find like when I make the mini loaves and slice them, they just work a lot better than the muffins. So like I said, I'm just gonna do them in 2 loaf pans, but I don't know if it was the right thing. Maybe I should have just stuck to the 1 pan because they didn't rise as much as I thought as they were going to, but you don't know unless you try. So anyways, those are going to go into the oven, and then I'll just keep my eye on them. And while these are baking, I want to stay close. I'm going to go ahead and get the dishwasher loaded up, get it running. I do a turbo cycle on it, so it takes an hour. So that way we can get the dishwasher run and get it emptied and everything before dinner.
pencils out of sand, reaching for the grand.
Here is the muffin bread. I'm very happy with the way that it baked. I find usually when I just do one loaf of banana bread, it just takes forever to bake and then it gets too brown. So happy that these turned out, and then I'm just writing some notes on my recipes. So I wrote down what I put into this one so I know for next time. Halved everything, and then I just 375, 15 to 20 minutes. Same with the banana bread. I remember that I did, instead of cinnamon, I did nutmeg because my banana muffins that I made for years, I used nutmeg instead of cinnamon. I preferred that better. So anyways, it is finally time to make this. I'm just using this as more of a guideline, but when I saw the picture, I just thought this just looks so good. I love sheet pan dinners, and it has broccoli and then like the little cheese and then just kind of using the vegetables we have. So I'm just going to dump in the gnocchi and then we're just going to chop, chop, chop.
As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go.
I'm following the directions loosely, like I'm changing some of the ingredients, but it said to put the olive oil on here and then your seasonings, but I could have put everything on the sheet and then just drizzled the olive oil and used my tongs. But I was really more worried about the broccoli because I didn't want the broccoli to like burn or dry out. Like I wanted to make sure that it had the olive oil on it because I know the peppers and the onions, they would be okay. And then I also wanted to make sure that the gnocchi had some too. So it says like to use fresh arugula, fresh basil and all of that. I'm just using what I have. I always find the red onions stick together, so I just wanted to pull them apart. Then I'll get my hands washed up, and I'm just using Italian seasoning, some basil, and then pepper on here. And you can really use whatever you want. Like I don't usually have fresh herbs, and I should start having like a planter outside in the summer just to always have those nice herbs because I do know that they make a difference when you do use them, and there's some that I like better than others. So anyways, we're gonna finish this off. It just looks so good. And then it says to have the oven preheated to 450 degrees. That's exactly what I did, and this just looks so good, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. So I'm getting my cheese prepared. I think they said there was 18 balls, so I'm just gonna cut them into half, and then I decided to cut them into quarters. So much for seeing how this recipe turned out. The oven started beeping, and this has happened before. The oven overheats. So this was only in for like 5 minutes, and the oven gets really, really hot, and then it shuts down, and this error code comes up, and then it locks the door because it's so hot. So we have to reset the oven, and then I couldn't use it because the door was locked. And I'm like, I'm not, waiting for this to unlock. Like I'm not making 2 separate dinners. I want Andrew to try this. So I had 2 of the breaded chicken breast, and then I'm going to finish off this schnitzel for Andrew because I know he will like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do them in the air fryer. And 503, there's nothing I can do because I don't know how long it's going to take for the oven to cool down. This has done it before. And then when you read about the error code, it's a sensor malfunction. And we've already put, I think like $500-600 in repairs for this, and we're not putting any more money into the stove. So we're looking at new stoves, and I don't know. It just seems like every Samsung appliance we have, it never lasts. Like this stove is only like 7-8 years, and the amount of times we've had to like fix it, I'm really disappointed in it. So there's not much I can do. I put it on the stovetop. I'm putting marinara because I want Andrew to eat it. I don't want to make 2 separate dinners, and I don't know if he's going to eat the broccoli. He doesn't normally eat it, and then some of the stuff was getting too mushy. There wasn't a lot I could do about it. I was just trying to make the best of the situation and get dinner on the table, even though I was really disappointed. I was angry and I was just frustrated, but I just collected myself and I said, I just want to get dinner on. So I didn't want to melt the cheese too much. I really thought it would melt a little bit more. So I put it in here because it was really hot. And then I'm going to put the cutting board on it to see if it would melt a little bit. I was so disappointed because it just did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. This is what it looks like. The cheese didn't melt. The chicken was good. But the thing is, Andrew ate everything. He ate the broccoli. He loved it. I got a mess to clean up, and I'm just going to sit down and enjoy dinner. And here's the banana bread. It was good. I was happy with the way that it baked up. So having a couple of slices with a coffee, going to watch the news, and then deal with cleaning everything up. So I got the bananas taken care of. I was disappointed in the recipe, but Andrew ate it, and that's huge. So here it is, $7.50. It's back to normal. This has done it before, and I don't know what triggers it. And it's happened like 2 or 3 times. So I have the banana bread in the bag. I'm going to freeze one. There's the bagels left over, so I'm going to test them tomorrow. I'm just leaving the pan in here. I just sprayed it with Dawn Power Wash. Everything is done, and I'm going to watch an episode of that new show that we like. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow.